Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with morsels of a thought number 1559. I am looking like, oh my God. I slept. I slept really quickly last night. I woke up and it was 4:10. I'm like, what in the world is the time doing to me? But it was 4:10. Hey, I woke up and it was 4:10. And here I am. It's 5:10, sort of. Anyway, so how is everybody? I barely set up properly. I think I'm set up properly. I'm over here. Yeah. Okay. Uh oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh. Here I am trying to get you guys to have a great day. Oh, my. But today has been the 1559th day I've come consecutively to see you all in the morning, my time. Oftentimes I've come in the afternoon to make up for the morning when I've overslept, but that's, I say often, but it just means it's happened more than once. I don't remember how many times, but not that many. Not that many, so I shouldn't say often. Um, so today is Words and Wisdom Wednesday. Excuse me. Why am I yawning so much? Oh, I know why. I haven't had my coffee yet. This is what I, this is Ying's before coffee face. I need to change the bottom to say Ying Words and Wednesday before coffee. Words and Wisdom Wednesday before coffee. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my God. Let me see if I can actually get some instant over there. No, there isn't any. No, with instant, you have to have some boiled water ready. So, and since I don't have that, that'll take a minute. And we only have a few minutes here. Okay, so good day, everybody. Oh, Lao Tzu is the man who wrote the Tao Te Ching. When we talk about the Tao in Chinese, it's pronounced Dao, D-A-O, but it's a sort of a harder D. I want to say it's a harder D. Sorry, I've got to do some wardrobe fixing. And the harder D is Dao. Just like when we had the passing of Deng Xiaoping, it was Deng, D-E-N-G. And, one would say it was pronounced like that bad word. Well, not bad word, but that word about what flies fly around sometimes. It's Deng, not whatever. And this is Dao. So it's almost like a T, but that's why they said TAO many years ago. And Wade Giles was a system where where they spelled things according to how people would spell them, would pronounce them in English, and they put in parentheses. I mean, they didn't put in parentheses. They put in um, apostrophes every so often to say something. Oh, goodness gracious, don't tell me this is not on Do Not Disturb. It's not on Do Not Disturb. Well, 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 now it is. Okay, goodness gracious, sorry about that. Um, Gosh, I hope everything else is on Do Not Disturb. And it probably is. I think I took one off of it because I was trying to see something or hear something on it. Um, so I don't have much to say except for what Lao Tzu says this morning. And Lao Tzu was a very wise man. He lived about, he lived a couple hundred years before Christ. When did he live? Let's see, this is copyright 1988, but that doesn't mean, oh, here he is. He lived from 551 BC to 479 BC. So he lived, what's that? 83 years? That's a long time for that time. So if he knew what he was saying, he knew what he was doing. Okay, first script. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. Free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in desire, you see only the manifestations. Yet mystery and manifestations arise from the same source. This source is called darkness. Darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding. Script 2. Hi Chloe, hi Chloe, hi Chloe. Too bad you're not light enough for me to pick you up and put you up on the screen. Do you remember when Chloe used to come to the screen? I would say, "Here, Chloe, come here," and then she'd come over, and then I'd ask her, "Did you wipe your butt?" But I didn't do that on TV much. It happened once, though. Good morning, John Clark. I recall. You're the one who pointed it out. Uh, Marilyn Thalheimer, good day. Good day, Gina Portoff. Good day, Lisa Rose Cantara, Elizabeth Rose. And who else? Everybody else. Everybody. Good morning, Debbie Baza. And when people see some things as beautiful, I'm mixing my words with Lao Tzu. Sacrilege! Shouldn't do that. Well, I could do that, except that that would be awfully arrogant of me. Okay, number 2. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore, the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess, acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. That is why it lasts forever. Ugh, I want to sneeze again. And here's a picture that they give you across the bottom of the page. It's very beautiful. Oh my gosh. I gotta overdose. Meanwhile, you guys don't have to hear about it. Oh gosh. All right. There we go. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. It is so painful. Why don't you go back to sleep? Oh, well, because I want you guys to have a good day and I've got content for you, even if I'm not very good at presenting it. Number 3, if you oversteam, excuse me, if you over, no, we're not trying to cook people. If you overesteem great men, people become powerless. If you overvalue possessions, people begin to steal. The master leads by emptying people's minds and filling their cores, by weakening their ambition and toughening their resolve. He helps people lose everything. They know everything they desire and lose everything they know. Excuse me. He helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and creates confusion in those who think that they know. Practice not doing, and everything will fall into place. What it's saying is that you want to learn how to get into serene tranquility. In serene tranquility, you're sitting there. Imagine a person with a kindergartner with her hands folded on the table, like the teacher tells her to do. And that is where you will find serenity. Serenity is when a child wants to sit and be tranquil and is 安静、平静、宁静、定静、虚静、空静、真静、明静、灵魂灵的宁静。Um, 安静 is peace. No, when is serene. 安静 is serene tranquility. So it's like I think it's the first of the of the nine tranquilities. So it's where you want to sit and be tranquil. There are nine tranquilities. According to Dr. Yan Xing, who has also studied the ancients, Dr. Yan is spelled Y-A-N, and his first name is Xing, X-I-N. It's pronounced S-H-I-N, but it's spelled with an X because there are two kinds of SHs in Chinese. So it's spelled with an X. Anyway, he says that there are nine tranquilities. There's serene tranquility, peaceful tranquility, composed tranquility, 安静、平静、宁静、定静. Um, 定静 means stable tranquility. 虚静、空静. I believe in all these things, and I know where they come from, and I have them in my heart. And I also have them in my unconscious mind. But when I present them, they come out in a jumble because I'm not the teacher of these things. So it's better if I don't actually say that. All I can say for certain is that I have understood that there are nine different tranquilities and that serene tranquility is among the first three of them. So when you are going to practice not doing and everything will fall into place, in my opinion, it is where you are becoming tranquil and everything around you can do its own thing, including fall into place. It can go into chaos as well, but it will also fall into place. I'm going to skip number 4 because we've done that one before a few months ago. Oh, a few weeks ago. The Tao is like a well, number 4, used but never used up. It is like the eternal void, filled with infinite possibilities. It is hidden but always present. I don't know who gave birth to it. It is older than God. Tao means reason. Reason is older than God because you had to have God for a reason. And the way things happen, the way is also Tao. Tao is reason or the way. Tao is reason or the way. And God works a certain way. And the way was there, and God is part of it. So the way is actually older than God, if you think about it like time. But it all coexists in such a way that we can't say one created the other. It just is. Okay, if I've confused you enough, here's a photo. Here's a couple of photos. They're very, very nice, aren't they? I think they're very nice. This was all translated by Stephen Mitchell, The Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu means the old one. Okay. Number 5. The Tao doesn't take sides. It gives birth to both good and evil. The Master doesn't take sides. She welcomes both saints and sinners. The Tao is like a bellows. It is empty, yet infinitely capable. The more you use it, the more it produces. The more you talk of it, the less you understand. Hold on to the center. You know, some people use Buddhism to say that the middle way is the right way, is like this is that, that is this, and then you're in the middle. This is being in the center of a big whirlwind or a whirlpool or tornado or cyclone or hurricane. You're in the eye of the storm. The whole idea between being tranquil and watching things happen is that you're doing the most by seeing and observing and learning what's going on. And when you do, well, then you're not in the eye of the storm at that point. But that's hold on to the center, it says. The Tao, number 6, is called the Great Mother, empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. I have to say something very funny here. It has nothing to do with the Tao, or at least it has something to do with the Tao in a funny way. Well, maybe not that funny. Okay, okay. Some people don't approve of firearms. Okay, okay, okay. They could be very bad. Okay, okay, okay. One time I was at Rooster Tea Feathers in Sunnyvale, and it's a comedy club. I never had any fun there except for this one time I went. There was a man up there who looked for all the world like an Anglo-Saxon Caucasian man, wearing jeans from San Francisco. And, you know, in those days, gay people were just coming out. And he holds up a pink gun, a pink gun. And he says, "Now look." And then he does that stance, that stereotypical stance. And he tells his joke. I'm cracking up and falling all over the floor, splat laughing. And of course, he hears me and he kind of glances around and he holds up the pink gun because I was pointing at it, going, "It's pink, it's pink, it's pink, it's pink." And then he holds it up and he says, "Oh, and you can take yours and paint it any color you want." Oh my God. I was in stitches. I was in stitches. The room started laughing about me for laughing so hard. I was like, "Ah!" So when Lao Tzu here says you can use it any way you want, that reminds me of, wow. he's like he's like talking and he's holding up this, I want to hold up a pink object now, but he's holding up this pink gun and he goes, now you look. Now you don't mess with me. And he's holding it all funny. He's holding it like this instead of whatever. He's like, you don't mess with me. And people are blah, ha, 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 ha. And I'm still going, it's pink, it's pink, it's pink. He goes, and you can paint yours any color you want. If there's anything I got out of the Tao this morning, it was that I can paint my gun any color I want. If I have a gun. I don't happen to believe in owning one when you don't know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, there was this film. What was the name of the actress? The one who played in The Flying Nun. That woman. Not that girl, but the woman that played in The Flying Nun. That same actress. She was in a film. I think it was her, and she's accosting her wayward husband and a woman that's not her, that's with the husband, and she holds up this gun. Now I want to hold up an object of some kind. She holds up this gun, and then she pulls out some instructions, and she goes, hold vertically, hold grip of, place finger on trigger. And meantime, the whole audience is falling apart because she doesn't know how to use the gun, and she's like she's a little nervous, and she's like, oh yeah, and meantime, her targets are standing there, kind of worried, but not anymore, you know. So, um, you can paint your gun any color you want. Be careful. And now that I'm talking about firearms, the only thing I know is that if you have anything that looks like a firearm, but it's got safeties on it that have like a little orange thing at the end of the snout, I call it a snout, but the orange thing shows it's a fake one. Don't remove anything of it. Keep that on there. People have been killed for less because it looked like they were carrying a real one because they took off the orange thing and they didn't know how to respond when the police said to freeze, and then they got shot. So be very careful when you're dealing with firearms. When you're dealing with anything, be very careful. When you're dealing with the doll is called the Great Mother, empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. That's like this. You guys are gonna say, "Oh my God, what's going on with her this morning? She's so crazy." um, yeah. Well, I hope I've inspired you to have a great day and not to go out and buy anything that you don't know how to use unless you've got lessons for it signed up. Um, I mean, if it's an iPhone or something, that's different, right? But anything dangerous, no, don't. Do just be careful. Just be careful. Be careful. Live well. Anything else I can say to you that makes your day go well? Well, pretend I said it. Okay. All right, back to the old congressman who always wanted to make sure everything ended right. Old Kinderhook, the guy who we got okay from. Okay, old Kinderhook.